What is going on guys, MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the P-Bandai high-grade Engage Gundam from Gundam HG Engage, a what-if unit that combines the performance of the GP00 Blossom and mobility of the Engage Zero. A vast array of units were also drafted up, but eventually got shelved with the base unit due to losing out against the Blossom's plans. Costing a little bit more than its prototype form, the high-grade Engage Gundam comes with 11 runners, a sprueless base, and a sticker sheet. And just like the Engage Zero, the build is awfully simple, to which a beginner will be comfortable with it, especially thanks to the nut marks that are either cleverly placed or easily cleaned away. The similarities don't stop there, however, as despite the Engage Gundam not sharing anything with the Zero, their assemblies and constructions feel alike, so a sense of familiarity will be felt in the process if you built the Engage Zero before. Otherwise, it's a generic high-grade kit with a semi-unique structure that shouldn't take too long to put together. And while the two Engages don't share anything besides design cues, I'm not sure these parts will remain fresh for long should Bandai decide to make the literally countless variants based on the way the parts are either gated or isolated. Despite the generic build, the results that turn out are extremely good. Being the more masculine looking of the pair, the kit represents that aesthetic well, which blends into the GP series more naturally while maintaining the characteristic curved panels between the Engage units. Not that that's a high bar to clear. Color separation is fantastic as well, with details as small as the head vents and the recessed detail in the forearms, side skirts, and legs all produced by overlaying perforated armor panels onto grey plastic, reproducing a higher level of visual depth. On that note, stickers are used on the eyes, head, clavicle, forearm, and backpack sensors, black trims on the shoulders and heels, red trims on the forearms, knees, feet, and backpack, and the yellow chevron on the crotch. All but the last one look fine, but the smaller trims are susceptible to peeling off over time. On the brighter side though, the only missing paint jobs are the yellow on the Vulcans, but if you really want to touch it up, you can choose to paint the purplish grey thrusters as well. Besides that, seam lines are basically non-existent, and while panel lining will benefit the visuals to some degree, I'd say that the Engage Gundam is presentable right out of the box. Articulation wise, the head is on a fairly unrestricted double polycap ball joint. The arms can swing out, as well as roll and rotate on ball joints. The shoulder flaps can move for the arms to raise up. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and ball jointed wrists. The double ball joint setup in the abs provides some fair crunches as well as a waist rotation. Front and side skirts can move, while the legs can drop down individually to perform the full front and side splits. There's a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, a moving ankle piece, and hinged ball jointed ankles. Finally, the beam saber holsters can move. Articulation on the Engage Gundam is fantastic for the most part, but I wish the arms could raise up to at least perpendicular to the body. On the handling side, the structure is solid, but it isn't the most fluent skirts to pose, while the side skirts tend to pop off a little too easily for my liking. In terms of accessories, there is a pair of holding and open hands as well as a right side trigger finger hand, the last of which is for holding the beam rifle with the sticker for the scope. Apart from that, it features no moving parts and sandwiches into the hand for use. Next up are the beam sabers, which can be plucked out for use in the hand with the SP-12 beams. Meanwhile, a shield can be plugged into the forearm for the unit's defense. Featuring decent part separation for the detail, it can be adjusted with the ball joints and repositions to the back of the arm. But a more substantial accessory is the alternate backpack, an enhancement plan designed to enhance the Engage's firepower, defenses, and range. But for us, it forms the Super Engage Gundam and dramatically enhances the kit's shelf presence. It features a base rotation, a sliding track, rotation at the arms, an extremely scary clip and hinge joints at the binders themselves, and movable wings on top in terms of moving parts. And its color separation is just as fantastic as the main body, especially those blue trims on the wings. Sadly, there is no opening missile base, but what is there is the long rifle. Featuring a sticker for the scope and no moving parts, it simply sandwiches into the holding hands for use. Naturally, the kit would get a bit unwieldy in its form, especially because of the long rifle, which is what the provided action base can sufficiently help with. Besides that, the backpack can fold up like the G Defensor for its support craft form. Sadly, there's no core fighter to fully reenact that feature, nor an attachment point for the long rifle. Finally, a set of adapters is included for not only making the Engage series backpacks compatible with the Universal Standard kits, but also extending the reach of the Engage Gundam's holes so that the backpacks of the Engage and Universal Standards can reach and connect. Sadly, there's no cheating to make the booster type Engage Gundam, as the large beam sabers are not part of the Zero's boosters. Like I've said in the Engage Zero review, I wasn't and still am not a particular fan of the GP series because they're essentially test types that are functionally identical. And coming out of the Engage Gundam review, I've come to the conclusion that this is an kit. Nothing special to die for, yet not possessing anything detrimental to its package. It's just a solid model kit. The aesthetic engineering is fantastic, yet articulation has some minor but significant limitations that hold the kit back, especially in the use of its weapons. Besides, being a generic Gundam in the P-Bandai market, a Gundam that doesn't canonically or literally exist no less, there's easily countless kits that do what it does and then some for cheaper than both its RRP and selling prices. However, don't let that stop you from purchasing one if you really want it, as it is a good and solid kit. If I had to pick one between the couple though, the Engage is my choice for it being more engaging thanks to the slightly wider feature set. And that's all from me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye.